It was a damn good match. And I said this before, I'm going to say it again. I was never a CM Punk fan. But these last few years, even though he's past his prime, as some would say, I'm more interested in him now than ever before. Honestly, I really don't mind CM Punk. Before, I never really mind CM Punk, but I was just never like a huge fan, and I'm still not a huge fan, but I'm more interested in his career now than before. You know, these last few years as older age, they came back into the WWE. This was one heck of a damn good match. Finn Balor, we've always known, he's a good in-ring performer, and they put on a damn good one. Here's the interesting part to me is that Finn Balor seems like he's turning babyface. And this match somewhat showed that. Now, he's still technically a heel, and he's still part of the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day, which again, I'm not really sure what's going on with them. They don't really seem to be all together. They're kind of doing, Raquel and Liv Morgan and they're all over there. Roxanne Perez. I mean, they're kind of working together, kind of not. They're kind of split up a little bit and doing their own thing. Like it's almost like a fact. Like there's factions within the factions. And Finn Balor almost seems like he's starting to take a step away from the Judgment Day. And look, if he goes babyface, he's really going to have to because you're not going to turn that whole faction into a babyface, and it's not going to make sense for him to be in it. So I'm wondering, do they turn on Finn Balor um, the way they turned on Edge? Since I'm not sure if anybody remembers, but Edge is actually the one that started this. Uh, listen, Finn Balor, in my opinion, has kind of, I don't want to say buried, but I think he's kind of used up any time that was anything remotely relevant to the Judgment Day because really he wasn't really going to shine much. He was able to shine a little bit here and there, but if he goes off solo, especially after this match that he had with CM Punk, I think people are going to want to see more of Finn Balor instead of him being part of a faction that doesn't really make sense. And I'm not even really sure he's the biggest star of the Judgment Day. So if you get guys with the popularity of, say, like Dirty Dom, who's there, I'm not really sure who's the leader of Judgment Day. When Mommy was there, it seemed like she was the leader. But in this case, I don't mind if Judgment Day, I'm sorry, if Finn Balor decides to take a step away from Judgment Day, they will definitely have to turn on him. He will definitely have to go off on his own. But here's the thing, though, this is going to be a long process if they're going down that route because if they do turn on Finn Balor, then it's going to be quite a while. Finn Balor being in a program with the Judgment Day. It's not going to be, hey, they turned on him. Okay, now he goes off and he's going to start, getting into a storyline with somebody else because he's not with Judgment Day anymore. Oh, no, 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 no. If they turn on him, depending on when they turn on him, but this they could stretch. I think they're gonna have to stretch this sucker out all the way into WrestleMania, honestly, because it's just not gonna be the snap of a finger. They turn on him, good, he's out. Okay, now he can go do his own thing. No, no, because it's not gonna make sense. But nonetheless, I did appreciate this match. They put on a damn good one. And let's see, like I said, I'm not against Finn Balor going off on his own. possibly turning babyface, and it looks like it's just going to happen organically, which is the best way. Which is the best way. You don't need to force a babyface on anybody. Just let it happen organically, and it looks like that's what's happening here. So we'll see what happens with Finn Balor and the Judgment Day, which I gotta be real with you guys. I think that sucker's coming to an end. I guess we'll have to see what happens when Dirty Dom comes back because he's the popular guy there. I'm not saying he's the leader, but he's the popular guy. So we'll see what happens with that. You guys let me know what you guys think.